What's up, Hope Kids? Pastor Tony here, hanging out with you guys for Hope Kids at Home. I am so glad that you guys have joined us today because we are kicking off a brand new life app. A life app is one word that we focus on for the entire month that helps you in your relationship with Jesus and also in how you love other people as well. So this month we are talking about determination. Determination is making a plan and living it out. And so for today, you can see that our theme, actually not just for today, but for the entire month, the theme is revolved around 5K or a 3-mile run. Now, how many of you love running? You notice my hand's not up because I am not a fan of running. If I have to run, I will run, but I am not going to choose to run. But one of my favorite events and one of my favorite sports is actually happening this summer, and that's the Olympics. I love watching track and field, mainly sprinters at the Olympics, because it is amazing how they can train their body to go as fast as they do. Because truth is, I will never be that fast. So that leads us to our game for the day. It's an Olympic themed game where it's all around trivia. There are 10 questions that are going to come up on the screen. You have to figure out the right answer. Make sure you guys visit the Hope Kids virtual room to submit your answers to that. We'll see if you get all 10 right, and I'll see you guys after the game is done. Now, when it comes to running, there's a lot of things that go into it more than just getting up off the couch, putting on your pair of shoes, and running. There's a lot of training that goes into it, a lot of planning. You have to know how long your race is going to be. You have to know whether the weather is going to be good or bad. You're going to know whether or not there's a lot of uphills or downhills. You have to know what shoes to wear, what kind of clothes to wear. There's a lot of planning that goes into a run, especially if it's a long run. Well, today in today's So-and-So Show story, we're going to talk about the Apostle Paul and how he wrote some really cool scriptures when it comes to running, when it comes to training, and more importantly, how we are part of a race that's bigger than just a normal race. So check out the So-and-So Show, and I'll see you guys after the video is done.
What are you doing, John?
Trying to finish 5K.
You know that's not how 5Ks work, right?
What?
There's a lot of fiber in this.
Oh no!
Yeah, now that's how a 5K is supposed to work. Way to go.
I'm John.
I'm Brandon.
Welcome to the So-and-So Show. Brandon and I have committed to run a 5K.
Why? I'm not sure. Someone thought it was a good idea.
Well, when you commit to running a race, you need to make a plan on how to get yourself ready and stick to that plan.
I wanted to do one of those training apps that you can get on your phone. There's one called Couch to 5K that looks really good. But then John said...
I said we couldn't do that. No app is going to prepare us for the ups and downs, the peaks and valleys, or the ebbs and flows of running a race.
Have you ever actually run a race?
No. But that's beside the point. Racing is like life. You never know what life is going to throw at you. It's unpredictable. Yeah. So I developed a training course myself that will take us through unpredictable situations in multiple climates, so we'll be prepared for anything the real race might throw at us.
Okay, but you know that we're running the 5K in the spring on a city street.
Okay, let's talk more practice. Come on, buddy. Let's go to the course. High knees, high knees.
Sigh. Okay, why are we doing this? There's no way we're going to be running in the snow, right?
Because you have to be prepared, Brandon. When you commit to something, you have to be ready for any outcome. And we have had some late spring snowstorms.
When?
You know, in the spring of 1978.
It is not going to snow, John.
You can't predict the weather, Brandon. And switch.
Oh, now we're in the desert? This will never happen.
What? We can make a wrong turn in a race and end up in the desert? Oh, flying cactus! Ah! Oh, and switch! Oh!
Seriously, John! This is getting out of hand!
Practice! Wow! Makes! Whoa! Perfect! Whoa! And switch!
Oh, okay. All right, this is more like it. This is what we should be training for.
Wait for it.
I want my $2!
Ow! What was that?
It's a paper boy. He's ruthless. Oh, heads up!
What? Ow! Can we stop now, please? I think we're prepared.
$2!
I don't think you're that prepared. Oh!
It's Bible story time with Kellen. Look out!
Whoa!
Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, we're training for a 5K.
Yeah, we're practicing commitment. Duck.
Well, that's what I'm talking about today. I mean, not running and dodging newspapers, but the commitment part.
Oh, great. Take it away, Kellen.
This comes from the book of 1 Corinthians. Now, 1 Corinthians was a letter the Apostle Paul wrote to the Jesus followers in the city of Corinth. Paul wrote the letter to encourage people to stay committed to living the way Jesus would want them to live. This letter is like a speech a coach might give a team to really get them pumped up. It starts like this. In a race, all the runners run, but only one gets the prize. You know that, don't you? So run in a way that will get you the prize. Pretty inspiring stuff, but I think we could do it even better. Help me out, cheer squad.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah, Dee Dee?
Are you ready to commit?
I was born ready.
Who is ready to run this race? I am. Who is ready to run this race? That's me. When you are running, here's what we advise. You should run in a way that will get you the prize. Woo! Woo!
Awesome. But just to be clear, I don't think Paul was telling us to go out and literally start running.
Really?
Really?
Really. I think Paul was comparing our lives to a race. When you're in a race, you do the best you can, right? It takes commitment and practice. But when you're running with a goal in mind, the finish line, it's the same with your life. You should try to do the best in life. It'll take commitment and it'll take practice. But the goal should be to live your life like there's a prize at the end. Now, Paul gave us a hint in what that prize could be. He wrote, "All who take part in the games train hard. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever." Now, the people reading this letter in Paul's day would have known the kind of crown you could win in a race. It would be made of leaves or pine needles, and it wouldn't last very long. But Paul wrote that Jesus' followers should be running for a crown that will last forever. Take it, Cheer Squad.
Yo, Jackie! Yeah, DD? Do you want to win? Always! Winning a race gives you a crown, but it will not last for long. So run with Christ and you can't go wrong. Woohoo! Woo!
That's great, Cheer Squad. Now that we know the kind of race we're training for, the question is, how do we train? How do you practice life? Well, you can start with these 4 words: hear, pray, talk, and live. Hear means we should practice hearing from God by reading the Bible or listening for His wisdom. Pray means we should practice talking to God, telling Him how great He is, and asking Him for help and forgiveness. Talk is practicing talking about God with others. It's asking questions when we don't understand something and sharing the good news with people who haven't heard about Jesus. And live means we practice living for God. We try and think about God before every choice we make and do things in a way that honor Him. That's how you train for the race of life. Let's hear one more from the Cheer Squad.
Ooh, hey, Jackie.
Yeah, DD.
I'm ready to lace up my kicks and run this race.
I hear you. Let's slay this thing.
On your mark, get set, go. R-U-N-T-H-A-T race. Are you gonna run like you want first place? R-U-N-T-H-A-T race. Then practice like you mean it and you'll be an ace. R-U-N-T-H-A-T race. Remember 4 words that will help your case. R-U-N-T-H-A-T race. Hear, pray, talk, live. Now start today.
Thanks, Cheer Squad.
Woo!
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to run the 5K now.
I think I'm ready for anything now.
$2.
Oh, see?
It's true. When we train, when we practice, it prepares us for things, well, we might not see coming. You just got to remember those 4 words: hear, pray, talk, and live.
That's great, Kellen. Hey, thanks.
You bet. See you next time.
Bye.
You know, it just occurred to me, we should get one of those running apps you can get on your phone. It'd be way simpler. You ever hear of Catch the 5K?
Reveal the question. How does practice help you? John?
I practice soccer all the time, and now I can do this.
Ooh. Nice.
Thank you. What about you?
When I practice playing an instrument, it helps me learn it so well that I can do it without even thinking about it, like this.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love the beautiful tones of the mouth harp?
Right?
Yeah. What about you? How does practice help you?
In sports or at school or in life.
Talk about it together, and we'll see you next week for a brand new show!
Yay! Name that tune.
Okay. It's the theme to Name That Tune.
Yeah, you got it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, the paper boy's back! Oh! Okay, no.
Stop it!
Switch.
Give him his $2.
I don't have any pockets. Oh, now we're getting attacked.
They threw an ostrich.
What? How dare you? They're flightless. Okay.
Ow.
Switch.
Oh, good, a living room.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what's on. Oh, marathon.
Oh, great.
You ever been to a marathon?
Can they do CG couches?
So this is actually one of my favorite verses. I love it because I grew up playing sports. I love playing basketball and football. I even ran track for a year and swam. And I always use this verse as a way, not just for those sports, but for how I live life. You see, Paul writes about training in a race, but he talks about a prize that doesn't fade away but lasts forever. And that prize comes through our relationship with Jesus. It's the promise that we get to spend forever in heaven with God himself, but only through Jesus. You see, we are all in a race. Our life is a race. And every day we make choices to whether or not we are running that race well. And there's times that life gets really hard, right? School is hard, or maybe stuff in your family's hard, the sickness or the illness, whatever's going on, there's times where we just want to throw in the towel. We want to give up. But with determination, we can continue to move on because God gives us a plan to continue to move, to continue to run this race, to continue to have our eyes on that prize, which is Jesus himself, and not things that fade away. Now, for some of you, you may be wondering, well, I know that. I know Jesus has called me to a different life, but I don't know how to run the race well. And all this month, that's why we're here for you as Hope Kids. You're going to hear these 4 words over the next couple of weeks to help you guys run the race well. The first one is hear. Second one is pray. Third one is talk. And fourth one is live. So the first one is hear from God. Be determined hearing from God. Be determined praying to God. Be determined talking about God. And be determined living out God's word and God's life for other people to see in and through you. So, but today, it leads us to our main point for our lesson. What Paul wants us to remember is that remember what matters most. Remember what matters most, and here's what matters most, is that our life is a race that we are running. When you are a Jesus follower, you are on this race. Third, we get a prize at the end of this race. It's not anything that spoils or fades away, but it is heaven and it is the promise of Jesus himself that we get to be fully with him in our relationship with him in heaven. And then fourth, this race matters and therefore you matter. You are valuable, you are loved, you are forgiven, you are all those things not because I say so, but because God says so. So, those are the things to remember for this week. So as you go this week, as things are hard, remember how good God is to you. Remember what God has called us to do. And ultimately, remember the way that we can be determined in our life by living out with those things. Hearing from God, praying to God, talking about God, and living out our life for other people to see. Oh kids, not another easy challenge for you, but one with the help of God and the Holy Spirit in your life, one you can step up and you can have confidence running this race. Remember, we have Hope Kids open, so we hope to see you guys in person. We hope that you guys come join us back in Hope Kids either on Thursday night or Sunday morning. If you're not signed up for Summerfest yet, get signed up today. We want to see you guys at Summerfest as well. So, Hope Kids, I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll see you guys next week for Hope Kids at Home.